Hi guys, this is Eve from Ovaniz and today we're going to show you how to make a fairy face out of fondant. For this tutorial we will need 60 grams of ivory color fondant, Ovaniz sculpting tools and gel food color. We are starting with shaping the head and we will take 60 grams of ivory color fondant. We're tucking all the folds and creases behind and rolling in between our hands into an egg shape. Now before they get started, I would like to point out that there are two kinds of fondant figures that we can make. The one on the left is the regular cartoon-like fondant figure, which we are making today, and the one on the right is a realistic portrait character, which is done with the photo to fondant tutorial, which basically means that you can sculpt a fondant figure copied from a picture, just like you see on the screen, and we will talk more about this option at the end of this tutorial. So as I was saying, we are making it to look like an egg shape, which is wide on the top and thinner at the chin. Just pinch out the chin area. This is the shape that we're looking for. Smooth the fondant as much as you can. We need a smooth surface to work on. Now with the Dresden tool, in the middle of our head, we're creating two indents for the eyes before we're going to make the nose. For the nose, take a small piece of ivory colored fondant, roll it in between your fingers into a teardrop shape, and attach it in between the eye indentations. With the Dresden tool, smooth slightly on the edges to attach the nose to the head. Just slightly on the edges, small strokes just to attach the fondant to the head, and afterwards you can use your fingers to help you to shape the nose. Create an arch at the bridge area, and with the pointy side of the Dresden tool, which is called the veining tool, create two nostrils just by inserting the point into the fondant and pull it aside. Next, we're going to create the mouth. So in the middle between the nose and the chin, we're cutting a small slit. You can use a precision knife, or I'm using a rounded knife. With the taper point silicone tool, by the way, you can use the veining tool as well. I'm creating the edges of the lips. I'm just slightly indenting them inside, and I'm creating the lips by basically it's the same like drawing them, but I'm using a slightly pressure. I'm using a little bit of pressure to create the 3D look. Next, we're going to make the eyes, so I'm cutting two slits for the eyes in the indentations we made earlier. And with the veining tool, I'm opening it slightly in an almond shape. Don't push too deep, it's supposed to be 2 to 3 millimeters deep. Now take 2 small pieces of white fondant and insert it into the eyes. Now we're going to paint the eyes and the lips, and I'm using a zero brush and gel food coloring, and I'm painting the eyes. First we're going to paint the iris of the eye, and afterwards we're going to paint a black spot for the pupil. Draw a thin line for the eyelashes. And draw some eyelashes with short strokes. Now with brown gel food coloring, I'm drawing the eyebrows. For the lips, I'm using burgundy gel food color. Next, I want to create some freckles. And to create the freckles, I'm using a very large brush and I'm saturating it in diluted brown gel food coloring, and just using your finger, just like spray the freckles over the face. Now, to emphasize the effect, I'm taking a 00 paintbrush and just drawing some freckles by hand. For the hair, I'm using brown fondant. So I'm taking small pieces of brown fondant and I'm rolling it in between my hands to like these long rope shapes. We will need about 25-30 pieces like this, and they are about 7 to 8 centimeters long. So just roll them as thin as you can in between your hands. Don't make them too thin because they will break, but just thin enough, and make them thinner at the ends. After you finished making all of your pieces, just squish them with your fingers slightly, and we're going to attach them to the head. Before attaching the hair pieces to the head, we're going to make a brown base so we don't see the head through the hair. So just take a small piece of brown fondant, roll it to thin it out, attach it to the head, just like in this very thin layer. If you need, you can use some water to glue it to the head. And now we can easily attach our hair strands to the fondant. The brown fondant I used for the base of the hair is still very soft, and that makes it easy to attach the hair strands to the base, but if you need, you can use a small amount of water to help you glue the hair to the head. And we're basically continuing like this all around the head. And last and not least, we're going to make the ears. So for the ears, take 2 small pieces of ivory colored fondant and shape them into this teardrop shape. Squish them a little bit with your fingers. By the way, you can make just regular ears, but because this is a fairy, so I'm making her like pointy ears. With the bolt tool, create a small indentation and attach the ears in between her hair. If you want to see how to make the regular ears, you can watch one of our regular simple face with tutorials on our channel. And this is it. Here you go, a fairy fondant figure. Don't forget how to watch the fairy body tutorial. The link is going to be down below in the description box. And this is it. We're done. And as I said at the beginning of the video, this is the first option that you can make. And for the second option, and I'm really excited to talk about it because this is the best seller at Ovaniz.com, this is the premium tutorial on making a portrait out of fondant. Okay, this is a product that changed the birthday cake and celebration cake entirely. And just imagine seeing your loved one's face when he sees himself on a cake. You can make your child, you can make your husband, you can make a celebrity, you can make your child's head on a superhero's body. The possibilities are endless, and this is a truly amazing product. And now for the surprise, we have a special coupon only for our YouTube subscribers. 10% off on all the tutorials on our website and the sculpting tools. So all you need to do to receive this coupon code is to write this code in our website at checkout and you are all set. So thank you for watching this tutorial. All the details are in the description box down below and at ovaniz.com. If you want to watch more tutorials about fondant figures, and you guys like us have a passion for cake fondant decoration, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. This was Eve from Ovaniz. See you in the next video.